how bad would the air have to be for you to want to wear a mask?
I actually did wear a mask, especially on the red air days. It occurred maybe only a couple of weeks ago. It actually did help. It really did make a difference.
But I also can't go running or anything like that because I start choking and I literally, like my lungs actually start to burn and I can't take breaths. And you can taste it. It's disgusting.
Like by the end of the day, if I felt soot or like some sort of residue on me, I'd probably go out with a mask the next day.
I can't really go biking, and I'm an avid biker, and I just don't even risk it. My coworkers, they bike to work, and they have full-on respiratory masks, and I just say, good on you, man.
That's a good question. I don't think I've ever actually worn a mask. I probably should, but that's just not something I've ever even really considered. But it's definitely a good idea. I've had a couple things with asthma and things like that.
Mostly affects my asthma. I have to make sure not to run to the bus. Keep my inhaler on me all the time.
This past year, I've had to take a bunch of albuterol treatments just so I can make it through the day. It's horrible.
That bad?
Yeah,
Wow.
It's way bad.
I forgot the measurement, but I read somewhere if it's over like a certain number, then it's too unsafe to go outside, and that's when I would wear a mask.
It's amazing. You will wake up, not even go outside, but wake up, and there will be like a tightness, a dryness in your throat.
With the school I work at, when we're out at recess, I notice when I come on in, I'm just always coughing, and I just always feel yucky, and it's just gross to be outside.
You know, some days that I'm here, it reminds me of China. And the U.S. loves to talk a big game about that. We love to talk a big game here about, oh, at least we're not China, but we're not that far behind. And that's scary.
If you go up, you see like the line of inversion, the layer.
If you go up to the canyon, just go up Little Cottonwood, and you look across the valley, down the canyon, you can't even see the other side of the mountains. It looks like an ocean of fog and pollution. It's disgusting, and makes you want to change things.
So what do you think we should do about it?
We need to do something. That's a good question.
I think one is like temperature. I mean, here I've realized that people put like the thermostat way too high. Well, for my likes, yeah. I mean, I went in the house and it's like I had to take like 2 t-shirts off. I'm like, whoa, what are you burning?
More hybrid cars.
Fuel-efficient cars are a good thing. Beyond that, don't drive cars as much as necessary.
Just make less useless runs around town in my car.
I think there needs to be a continued push for carpooling, public transportation, tracks, maybe some subsidies for using tracks. I love that the U does that actually, that you can get free UTA passes, and I actually try to do that or use that as much as possible, but there needs to be other forms, for businesses to be able to use public transportation and reduce the amount of cars on the road.
That's something everyone can do right now is carpooling.
I mean, on the freeway, it says all the time, like, to avoid bad air quality, like carpool. Okay. So, I don't know, that's one solution.
What are some things you have done?
I don't know, to be honest.
Driving my car is probably the worst thing I am doing.
Getting more cars off the road. The high occupancy vehicle lanes, first of all, shouldn't be subsidized, so people could just buy their way to drive single person in those lanes. But it should be that they truly are used for high occupancy vehicles.
Carpool, bus, tracks, all of the normal things.
Yeah.
I think most people have heard about that, but that sort of thing, that small personal thing.
Being like smaller, more local. Instead
more
of
local.
Like, I have to go get something and then you have to drive 10 miles, to go get it. Try to get it closer if you can or something. Because everything's so big.
Yeah, if Utah could somehow create more dense metropolitan areas, and build kind of like up, but rather than out, like using apartments rather than like suburbs.
I mean, in Strasbourg, everything's like really small. That's why that's why I really like to walk outside and go for walks. Whereas here, like when you're in the city, like in downtown, like you walk for 20 minutes and you're like, looks like I've just made 2 blocks or something like that. Like, I was going to go get some groceries, and it took me 20 minutes to go to the grocery store. I'm like, what's up with that? Usually I take like 3 minutes.
I'm really worried that we're beyond the point of no return, that it's mostly, all the efforts that we can do now might just be to maintain what we still have.
Like, especially there's a lot of young people here. Why buy like a really expensive new car when you can just go get this one car that's old and that's like not as fuel efficient?
I don't really know. I mean, everyone knows that the air quality is crap and we still have it. So at this point, I'm not sure if there's anything that can be done unless we change the whole like structuring of society. But at this point, murdering those large corporations or the CEOs of those large corporations sounds like a fantastic way to go.
I think that a law or something more official to put in place than just a stupid turn the key, be idle free sticker that's just not going to do anything. We need to change things on a legal level.
Legislatively, I think there's this thing where legislators have gone, oh, we'll change a few things, and what they have changed is they have made a no-burn law. Basically, you're not allowed to set fires when it's bad air quality. Fires don't produce that much carbon. They don't. What produces it are the refineries. We have, 2, 3 refineries in the Great Basin?
Yeah.
And their job, basically, is to pump this stuff. That is their job, is to remove chemicals and to pump it into the atmosphere. And we need to do some sort of legislation about what they can pump, what they can't, what they are forced to dispose of in another way, because that's the problem. And I feel that our legislature here in Utah needs to set limits on them more than anything else.
The government also needs to really work with the people, like actually listen to them more often and not be so selfish, because they're going to be selfish, and also, I know this has been iterated many times, but bribed by very large corporations.
January 25th, there was a big rally complaining about this, and then about getting oil in the Uintas and whatnot. And that should have a much bigger impact. And the reason it doesn't have a big impact, in my opinion, is that, again, the whole slipping money under the door, legal bribery, not illegal, legal. Bribery of our politicians. So then they don't really represent us at all.
Sometimes they have selfish behavior. They are maybe lobbied and paid by those who are producing the most pollution. So that's something that we as citizens, we have to look at. But legislators are dealing with really hard issues.
I would call them dumbasses. They don't care about policy anymore. They just care about making us happy. And if they really want to make us happy, they will change policy so that the shitty air is gone.
I remember when I was in Beijing, I got to see the sun once a week. That was my gift. Wow. Once a week. Once every 7 days or so, the smog would clear enough that you could see the sky. Yeah. And I grew up here. I'm scared because that seems like a possibility here. And, beyond that, we're a tourist-based economy. I'm not sure people understand that. Our economy relies so heavily on people coming for Sundance, coming to ski, coming, to hike.
It's Utah.
It's Utah. We're trying to be an outdoors, destination. And if people can't breathe, if they can't make it to the top of a mountain because their lungs are dirty, they're not going to come. Forget personal health, not that we should, but we're going to lose so much money. So much money.
Definitely.
So that's all I have to say.
All right, well, thank you so much for your time.
No problem. Thank you. Yeah. Good luck with this. I really hope it does.
Yeah. Is there anything else you'd like to add or say?
Not really.
There's a lot I would like to say, but I'm going to refrain. Thank you, though.
Just go Utes, I guess.
It's interesting looking, but it's really disgusting.
Yeah. From an artistic aspect,
I think it's beautiful, but disgusting.
Yeah.
Get money out of politics. It's all tied. It's all related.
Is that like the summation of the...
Yeah. Get money out of politics.
Well, basically, getting better technology out there. So first of all, encouraging that, requiring that, because a lot of times the technology is there. It's just a matter of asking them to use it.
Everybody can. They can make a change, like just a personal change. So many of my friends think, oh, one person doesn't make a difference, but it really does.
But that's all you have. You just
that
have
is
control
all
of
I
yourself.
have, and
so
I feel but as soon as I do it, like the moments that I do decide to make a difference, I feel 10 times better, like about myself. So yeah, just the masses of individuals can make a difference.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much.